So hi, this is Matt from Mountain Stream Teas, and right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to describe to you one of the main ways of telling whether your tea is a high quality hand-picked tea or if it's machine picked. Now where we are right now, we're in Lishan, and we're in one of the most beautiful tea growing regions of the world, one of the highest elevation tea growing regions of the world. And we're here in one of these factories. Now this is at the side of the road. This is not one of the factories that we usually get our teas from, but let me show you something very important about this tea. So if we take a look at this tea, we'll see that we've got a bunch of different picks. You've got picks that are this big, and then you've also got picks that are, oh, here's another good tell. You got picks that are that big. You've also got picks that are sort of the right style, like this. Now this is the pick right here. If you're going to be picking for Oolong tea, this is the pick that you want. A pick like this, if somebody's picking by hand and they pick this for Oolong tea, they will be fired because this is too big. There's too much space right here and it's too heavy. Now something like this I'll get to in a minute, but you can see this is also too big. So when you get something like this in the withering phase, when you see these leaves like this is an amazing tell for it being a machine pick. Another amazing tell, if you take a look over here, I'm just going to randomly pick out a couple leaves and I'm just going to place them side by side. There's no way that you would get these cut up leaves with a hand pick. Each one of these leaves would be attached to the stem. Now when you get this, that means that there's been blades going through and they've gone and they've cut up the tender leaves that would be great for teas and cut them up into smaller pieces. There's another really, really good tell for teas that have been machine cut. Now over here, here's another great one as well. This tea would have been in the garden and the blades would have come across like this, and then they would have cut it like this. They would have bent it over, and then the other blade would have cut here, the other blade would have cut here. Now when this happens, sometimes you get this in your tea. Now when you see this in your tea, in your Oolong tea, you know machine cut. There's no way that you're gonna get a stem and two leaves by hand picking. It's just not gonna happen. The person who picked this would get fired. You know it's machine picked. Last one, if you look at the stems here, you can see that there's a little bit of a brownness around the edges. There's a little bit of, basically it's like a burn mark, and it's very, very clean cut in these. Now when you see something like that, you know also that the blades were there, because the blades get very, very hot when they're cutting all that tea. And so when you're actually drinking the tea, you're gonna get a little bit of brownness around the edges in the tea. So this is actually an okay pick, right? So you've got the bud and 1, 2, 3 leaves. This is gonna be withered. It's gonna be rolled into a ball. When it opens up and you drink it, you're gonna be able to see brownness around the edges here and a very straight cut and a very, very solid cut without sort of fibers coming off the edges. Then you know, there you go, that's a machine pick. So you can see here, different sizes, cut up leaves, things like this. If you ever get this, you know it's a machine pick. That's how you tell whether the teas are hand-picked, high-quality hand-picked teas, or whether the teas are machine-picked and low-quality teas. But we're not going to be buying these teas today, but this is a great example of seeing, you know, if you buy some, they say it's hand-picked, or you buy really expensive teas, and you're seeing those tells in your teas, you sort of got to think twice. But anyways, thanks for watching. Time to go look at some more tea gardens.